So Elon Musk is requiring every bank that's working on the SpaceX IPO to buy enterprise subscriptions to Grok with his AI chatbot. That's a whole lot of bankers with a new AI girlfriend. He's not asking, he's requiring. Some banks are spending tens of millions on it. That is the kind of chokehold you have on people when you're Elon Musk. They're integrating it into their systems. Grok has been banned in multiple countries for generating non-consensual images. It's shared anti-Semitic content and praise of some really egregious historical figures. It's a distant fourth in the AI race, and JP Morgan is installing it on their servers because the IPO fees are worth $500 million. You can only imagine what else they're doing for this man, who is charging a cover to his own party, and every bank on Wall Street is paying up. So here's the setup. SpaceX filed for the biggest IPO in history, $1.75 trillion valuation, up to $75 billion raise. The banks on this deal, Morgan Stanley, Goldman, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citi, the big guns, they all stand to split more than $500 million in fees. That's good money. And so Musk looked at that leverage and he said, you want in? Buy Grok. Buy the enterprise subscriptions, integrate the chatbot into your IT systems, and while you're at it, he also asked them to advertise on X. There's gotta be some sort of legal reason why this is not acceptable. The Times says that he was, quote, less adamant about that one, advertising on X. As in, he still asked, but he just didn't threaten. It's the oldest trick in entertainment that Musk is pulling. If you want ESPN, paid for 200 channels that you never watched. The blockbuster subsidizes all of the stocking stuffer stuff that wouldn't survive on its own, and that's a theme of this IPO. Grok is the channel that nobody would subscribe to voluntarily, least of all Morgan Stanley. SpaceX, however, is the ESPN. Musk just asked Wall Street to buy the whole bundle or not get the show. The bank said yes to the chatbot that's been banned and is under investigation in multiple countries. The most powerful financial institutions on Earth are in this guy's pocket. And one of XAI's biggest weaknesses, honestly, going into this IPO is that it barely has enterprise customers, which is why this is kind of funny. Grok makes most of its money from individuals and not businesses, which is a problem when you're asking investors to believe that XAI can compete with ChatGPT and Claude. So what do? You make the banks buy Grok manually, one by one, 21 of the biggest banks. All have their IT departments working overtime. Right before the IPO goes public, XAI suddenly has the biggest financial institutions in the world on its enterprise client list. The banks paid for the privilege of making Musk's revenue numbers look better. So the admission fee also doubles as a line item on the IPO's prospectus. 4 people talked to the Times about this, all anonymously. None of the banks obviously want you to know that they bought a product they didn't want from a guy whose deal they need. Beta energy, rough thing to admit out loud when your job is supposed to be giving objective financial advice. You do what you gotta do. But one thing is for sure, when one man has this much leverage over the entire financial system, you know that he's gonna use it, especially when he's Elon Musk. The question is what he asks for next.